Have you ever found yourself in that all too familiar situation? You're running a small business. Maybe it's your side hustle that's finally taking off, or perhaps you're a freelancer juggling multiple clients. You've got your books in order, you're using great accounting software like Wave to keep everything organized. But then, a vendor, a contractor, or even an employee comes to you and says, "Hey, can you pay me with a paper check?" And in that moment, a tiny bit of dread sets in. You think, I love the digital world, I love everything being online, but now I have to go old school? I have to figure out how to manually write a check, track it, and make sure it's recorded correctly in my accounting software. Or maybe you're thinking, I know Wave is awesome for digital payments and invoicing, but can it actually help me with this? That's the question we're answering today. We're diving deep into a feature of Wave that many of you might not even know exists, or maybe you've seen it and wondered how to use it properly. We're talking about how to issue paper checks directly within Wave, effortlessly integrating this traditional payment method into your modern accounting workflow. This isn't about ditching your digital payments. It's about flexibility. It's about being able to meet your vendors and employees where they are. It's about having a streamlined process that ensures every single dollar, whether it leaves your account as a digital transfer or a piece of paper, is accurately and automatically recorded in your books. This is about saving you time, reducing the risk of errors, and giving you peace of mind. So, let's get into it. You've got your Wave account open. You're ready to make a payment. Maybe you've just received a bill from a supplier for office supplies, or you're paying a freelance designer for a logo they just completed. The first thing you need to do is navigate to the Accounting section on the left-hand menu. From there, you'll see a drop-down menu. Click on it and select Bills. Now, if you've already created a bill for this payment, that's perfect. This is the ideal scenario because Wave already knows who you're paying, how much you're paying them, and why you're paying them. All that information is ready to go. If you haven't created a bill yet, no problem. You can still issue a check, but creating the bill first is a best practice. It gives you a clear record and helps with your future reporting. So, for the sake of this tutorial, let's assume you've already entered the bill. You'll see a list of all your outstanding bills. Find the one you want to pay with a check and click on it. This opens up the bill's details. On the top right of the screen, you'll see a button that says, Record a payment. Click on that. This is where the magic starts. A new window will pop up. The first thing you'll see is Payment Method. This is a crucial step. By default, it might be set to something else, like a credit card or a digital transfer. You need to change this. Click on the drop-down menu and select Check. Once you select Check, a new field will appear, Check Number. This is where you'll enter the number of the physical check you are about to write. Now, this is a super important point. You need to have physical checks on hand that you will manually write out. Wave doesn't print the checks for you in this scenario. It just helps you track the ones you are writing yourself. So, grab your checkbook, find the next available check, and type that number into the field in Wave. This step ensures that the transaction in your software perfectly matches the physical check you're sending out. The payment date field will be pre-filled with today's date, but you can change it if you need to. Maybe you're post-dating the check. The amount paid will also be pre-filled with the full amount of the bill, but you can adjust this if you're only making a partial payment. You'll also see a field for Paid From. This is where you tell Wave which bank account this money is coming out of. It's crucial to select the correct account to keep your reconciliations accurate. After you've filled in all these details, you'll see a button at the bottom that says Record. Click it. And just like that, the payment is recorded. The bill you are looking at is now marked as paid, and the transaction is automatically entered into your accounting records. The balance of your chosen bank account in Wave is reduced by the amount of the check. But we're not done yet. What if you need to issue a check for something that isn't a bill? Maybe you're reimbursing an employee for expenses, or you're paying a contractor without a formal invoice. You can still do this. Go back to the Accounting section and this time, select Transactions. Once you're in the Transactions page, you'll see a big blue button that says Add a transaction. Click on that. In the Add a Transaction window, you'll need to fill in a few key pieces of information. First, the date. Enter the date you're writing the check. Then, under Account, select the bank account the money is coming from. The type will be Money Out. Now for the details. The description field is where you'll put who you're paying and what it's for. Be as descriptive as possible here. For example, payment to John Smith for website design. Next, you need to categorize this expense. This is critical for your financial reporting and taxes. Use the category drop-down menu to select the appropriate expense category, like contractors, office supplies, or travel expenses. And now, for the most important part of this process. At the bottom of the transaction window, you'll see a section that says Details. Right below that, there's a link that says Add more details. Click it. A new field will appear, Payment Method. Click on the drop-down and select Check. Just like before, a new field for check number will appear. Grab your physical checkbook, find the next number, and enter it here. This step is what ties the digital record to the physical check. Enter the amount of the check, and then you'll also have a field for vendor/customer. This is a great place to select the name of the person or company you're paying. If they're not in your list yet, you can add them on the fly. Once everything looks good, click Save. And boom. The transaction is recorded, your accounting is up to date, and you have a clear, accurate record of the payment, all without having to do any manual entry later. So why is this so important? Why go through these steps instead of just writing a check and hoping you remember to enter it later? First, it's about accuracy. When you do this process in real time, right as you're writing the check, you eliminate the risk of forgetting to record the transaction. No more finding a check stub a month later and trying to remember what it was for. The details are fresh in your mind, and they get logged instantly. Second, it simplifies reconciliation. When your bank statement comes in, and you're going through your transactions to make sure everything matches, the check number is a beautiful, beautiful thing. You can easily find the corresponding transaction in Wave by searching for that specific check number. This makes the reconciliation process faster and less prone to errors. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.